What's good, y'all? It's time for another episode of Player Faces, Tattoos, and Shoes. The Miami Heat. No LeBron. Let's look. Dwayne Wizade. You know what? The pressure is really on Dwayne Wade this year. It really is. They were talking about pressure last year and how last year wasn't fun. Can you imagine what? I mean, for Dwayne Wade, it's kind of okay. He already had his time. He led a team, carried a team to an NBA Finals already before LeBron got there. He did his thing. He's a Hall of Famer. There's nothing. I asked that question back when I think we were talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. Is a guy a Hall of Famer? If you have to hesitate, then he's not. If you hesitate about if Dwayne Wade's a Hall of Famer, then you don't know nothing about basketball. You don't know nothing. Just ball your fist up tight as you can and sock yourself in the face. It's really hard. Yeah, I said it, Dwayne. I did. He bucked his ass. I was like, sock yourself, because he is a Hall of Famer. But the pressure is still on this season because you already know what people are gonna say. If they struggle, like say, what if the Heat don't make the playoffs? What if they don't? I mean, they should make the playoffs, but in my opinion, there's 9 teams in the East that are like legitimate playoff contenders. You know, Cleveland, Chicago, right? They're gonna be there. Toronto should be there. I mean, they didn't decline and they made it last year, and nobody else got super strong. Washington looks like they should be going, especially as long as Al Horford stays healthy. Atlanta should be there. Charlotte is probably a playoff team. Then you also got Brooklyn, who you know, feasibly. The Knicks, feasibly. And then you got Miami. That's 9 teams right there. So somebody ain't going. Who's it going to be? I don't know. But let's look at Dwayne Wade here. They got Dwayne on swole, but Dwayne is a muscular guy. He pretty much is. He's a strong dude, and he has the Way of Wade leanings. Way of Wade 2, the encore. Actually, I kind of like those. I ain't gonna lie. I like them. Chris Bosh. I talked about Al Horford being maybe the most underrated player in the league. If it's not Al Horford, it's Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh, Jesus, this is a really rough picture though. Gee whiz, Chris. Wow. I am a big Chris Bosh fan. I like Chris Bosh quite a bit. I tend to like people just pick on for no real reason at all. They ain't got no reason at all. They just pick him. Let's talk about him. Let's slap him. I don't know. Those type of people I usually like. Those are my guys. I don't know. That's just the way I am, rebellious, I suppose. On top of that, Chris Bosh can ball. People have forgotten how good Chris Bosh is because he had to bring his game back so much to play with LeBron and Wade. I believe this year you're going to be reminded that this was the dude that was 20 and 10, 20 and 12, 21 and 23 points a game with Toronto. This was that guy. And he can still do that. He just was sacrificing things for the good of his team. And I know that he is such a competitor. He's waiting on this. I heard an interview that he did. He was like, people forget I'm a really good basketball player. He said, I'm one of the best in the world. This dude is a baller. And whether or not Miami makes the playoffs or not, Chris Bosh is going to ball out. You just watch. He's going to ball out. Let's see what we got here. We got these shoes. We got the Nike Hyperposits. Let's get you off the screen, Chris, because your face is real weird there. Luol Lieutenant Deng. This is actually I think a better render for Luol Deng. Luol Deng is from the Sudan, and I believe he's from I think he's part of the Dinka tribe. The Dinka tribe, I think I'm right though. The Dinka tribe, the average height for the Dinka, for people in the Dinka tribe is really, really high. Really, really high, right? So there is, and you guys may or may not have heard of him. There is a young man playing high school basketball right now named Thon Maker. He's actually also from the Dinka tribe. He is 7'1". And you might be thinking, oh yeah, just another big whatever. And this is if you haven't seen him. If you have not seen him, do a Google search of Thon Maker. How about if you, and it's early, so let's not get too crazy. But from what you see, if you were to take Kevin Garnett and Kevin Durant and mix them together, it's Thon Maker. The only concern I really have is how thin he is. He's super thin. So staying healthy and that sort of thing. But from a basketball skill wise, is from that standpoint, from athleticism, from a feel for the game, oh wow, it's that business. It's the business. It really is. Norris Cole looking like Phife Dawg from Tribe Called Quest. Yeah. So what's the scenario? Bo knows this. Bo knows that. Oh, whoa. Get them Zoom soldiers on. Y'all realize he was a pioneer with the high top fade, though. I mean, he was rocking it, way before a lot of these other people started trying to bring it in. So give him his props. Danny Granger. I think it's done. But man, do people really realize, though, that Danny Granger was one of the premier scorers in the NBA, 4 or 5 years ago? I mean, he was like in the top 3 or 4 in the NBA in scoring. I mean, the Pacers were terrible then. They weren't good. But he was doing business with the Nike hyper quickness on. That time is done. The injuries have really done a job on him. But the funny thing of it was, when he first came in the league, he was known for his defense. Then he made that transition to be a big time scorer. He was really pretty decent. Chris Andersen. Now you just saw that picture that was up there, right? Now you see how he looked. This is one of the best renders of a real life athlete on any game. Period. EA Sports, UFC, MLB The Show, NBA2K, WWE 2K, whatever. This render of Chris Andersen is one of the best of any game. It is ridiculously good. But the funny thing about it is, if you look at his beard and you look at him without a beard, he looks skinnier without the beard. Maybe he is because he's older or whatever, but it is really funny. But the render is fantabulous. It really is. Nike Zoom Soldiers. All right, Chris, thank you very much for showing up. Mario Chalmers is, I'll be honest with you, I think Chalmers is happy LeBron gone. I think he's happy. I do. Look at him. He look like he's happy. He look like he's happy right now, though. He's like, yeah, I kind of am happy. I mean, I'm tired of him yelling at me. I really didn't want to do that no more. I think he's happy. They won 2 championships, so he got that. Nobody can take that away from him. He won the national championship in college. I mean, man, he's already accomplished some stuff that nobody will be able to take away from him. So now he get a chance to try to get loose as an individual, even though obviously he's still behind Bosh and Wade in the pecking order, but he got. I think these are Spaldings, the threats. If you're wearing Spaldings, you probably ain't no threat. Shabazz Napier. Something about Shabazz in college as a senior kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know what it was about his personality or about his interviews and stuff that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I could have the total wrong idea, but he came off a little and then the stuff with LeBron made it a little bit more like I mean, like, well, dude, what is wrong? I mean, relax, bruh. Just relax. I mean, seem like you're a little hostile, bro. You got the Nike Hyper Dunk 2013s. Don't be that way, brother. You accomplished a lot in college. A lot. Chill. Josh McRoberts. Yeah. This my man here he got everybody's hair on his head. Just everybody's hair. He got it all. He just put it all on there. 6'10", 240. This was it had LeBron stayed, this pickup would have been huge. You basically talking about a younger, slightly more versatile Chris Andersen. Would have been huge. Now it's not so big. Udonis. It ain't no doggone Udonis. It's Udonis. Udonis Haslem is Miami, Florida for life. You understand me? He went to high school in Florida, went to the University of Florida, and spent his whole career with the Miami Heat. I mean, that is for life Florida. If he ever got traded, he probably is going to retire because his whole life is in Florida. So nobody even blame him. There's nobody even blame him at all. But he's had a very good career. He wears Wades. He's had a very good career for an undersized power forward, which is essentially what he is. So, I mean, man, 3 championship rings, man, that's good business. James Ennis. If this dude gets a chance to play this year, he is going to make a real mark. This guy can really play. He got a lot of cuts on his face. I don't know what happened. Them look real though, so I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't know what happened. But them definitely. This is a good render though. Do you know he was a high? Like he set I believe a record in the high jump in college before he transferred actually because he actually ended up he came out of Long Beach State, but I believe he went to a junior college before that. And at the junior college before that, I believe he set a record for high jump. The dude is a freak athlete. I think he was still learning the game when he got drafted. That's why he had to spend some time, I believe, in the D League. But I think he's ready to contribute as like a stat sheet stuffer kind of a dude. So we will see. This is Justin Hamilton, and he got scary mask on. You know what I want to know, man? And I think y'all know where I'm about to go with this, but why can we not put masks and goggles and stuff like that on creative players? I really want to do that. I really want to be able to do that. He got on the Kobe's, so there that is. But I really want to be able to do that. I'm putting together a list for Ronnie and LD2K, and that's going to be one of the things that's on it. So there. Shannon Brown, Chicago, Proviso East. I think he's still married to Monica, the singer Monica. I believe he is. I don't know how much he's going to play this year. If Dwayne Wade get hurt or something, I think he could get a little bit more clock. But I don't know how much he gonna play. But he's towards the end of his career at this point. So, you know, very good athlete, freakishly strong, humongous hands. Always been just an undersized 2, though. And I think that probably is what kept him from being even better than he ended up being. Reggie Williams is a pure, just straight up 3-point shooter off the bench. It's another dude whose pickup would have been pretty big if LeBron had stayed. Would have been pretty big as a shooter because this guy can shoot it. As a spot-up shooter, he could have been very valuable. He's wearing these hyper quickness, and that's it. So that's this episode of Player Faces, Tattoos, and Shoes. We're talking about the Miami Heat. Next up is going to be the Charlotte Hornets. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.